Just like how I'm doing the same thing for my Aunt Wendy, I would do it for my mother, Wanda. I would do it for my grandfather, Thomas. It's family at the end of the day.
And you're raising awareness about these conservatorships, which can be very dangerous. Which is not everyone does have the platform your family.
And can we also mention that Wendy, when she was of sounder mind, has a 3-picture deal with Lifetime. Yeah. And so this is the 3rd installment of that deal. So she was the one that initiated.
Well, hello, lambs, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of What the F with Sunny LaRue. Me, also known as a professional martini drinking blogger. I'm back again, and today, my goodness, you and I got a lot to discuss. We're going to talk about this Wendy Williams situation because there's a lot to unpack, you guys. But before we get into it, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to click that notification bell so you won't miss out on breaking news, updates, recaps, new episodes, or when we go live. It is the freest and easiest way to support the channel. And if you want to follow me on social media, child, you guys know I'm on all platforms. My handle is at SunnyLaRue17, or simply Google Sunny LaRue 17, and all of my social media links, website, podcasts, and YouTube channels will be populated for you guys, and you can follow me through those means. Now, let's get into this because this is a lot to unpack. All right, guys. The Wendy Williams situation of it all. I'm just godsmacked, to be truthfully honest, to the point where it's early in the morning here on the West Coast and I need a drink. Okay, y'all. So, as you know, the Where is Wendy Williams docuseries, 2-part docuseries aired this past weekend. And if you haven't seen it, you should, okay? And a lot of people are upset and not happy with what's going on with Wendy and the people that she surrounds herself with, her team, and why the family is not a part of the scenario here, like her son and stuff. As you know, in the documentary, Kev Jr. was removed from being a power of attorney, and they explain why. So I'm not going to get into the thick of all that. If you want to see it and find out the gist of it, then simply go ahead and Google Where is Wendy, and then it will tell you where you can watch it. Okay. But what I'm here to talk about, what we're here to talk about, there's 3 stories that's coming out of this right now, right? So, Wendy Williams the producers of Where is Wendy Williams is speaking out. They're saying that they had no idea of Wendy Williams' mental capacity. And if they were aware that she had dementia or aphasia, they wouldn't even bother recording. But they went ahead and did the documentary, and thank God that they did, because now we're seeing what's really going on. I mean, behind the veil, we get to see what Wendy's life is like with these set of vultures, bootleggers around her. Let's start with Will Shelby, or whatever his name is, Will, the jeweler's turned manager. Will, you full of shenaza. In the documentary, he comes off like he cares. It's so fake and forced and phony. You're not fooling anyone. You manage your way into this situation to get with the guardianship so you can get on the payroll. How come the manager have access to Wendy, but the family don't? How come Will has access to Wendy and her son don't? Sean Zentole, Sean, bootlegger number 2. You know you're low down and dirty. She drags Wendy all the way here to LA for a meeting with NBCU. How convenient. You know Wendy is not in no mental capacity to be sitting at NBCU in a meeting talking about a comeback, a TV, daytime TV show talk. And then when the producers ask her, well, do you want to be Wendy Williams' manager? She's like, oh, well, no, I'm the publicist, but I do the duties of a manager. I mean, I'm doing all the duties that a manager would do. Getting her an interview with NBCU. Girl. And and then this woman have the big kahunas, big set of brass balls, y'all, to say to us that Wendy Williams do not have a problem. Child, I wanted to just hop through that TV and be like soccer in the back of her head. I'm not forgetting violence, but it's like, you need a spanking. I mean, open your eyes. And not only she got Wendy Williams hope of having a talk show, which is never going to happen. Never going to. This is it for Wendy Williams. She also enabled her to drink. And she had the nerve to say, I don't think Wendy Williams have a problem. I think she knows how to control it. So they're sitting up at Castaways. Castaways! If you're familiar with Burbank, Glendale area, you know what Castaway is. It's a restaurant that sits up in the hill that overlooks the valley, the San Gabriel Valley, okay? That's Burbank, Glendale, Eagle Rock. And on a clear day, you can see all the way back to Santa Monica and Catalina Islands, all right? The food is not all that great. It's overly expensive, and you're better off going to Red Lobster. For what you pay at Castaways, you could pay the same thing at Red Lobster and get better quality. A spade's a spade. A spade's a spade. Bootleg number 2. Bootleg number 3. And I think this is the worst of the worst. Sabrina Morrissey. Child, your days are numbered. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, the guardianship. And she puts in the papers, temporary guardian. You ain't no temporary guardianship. You are the guardianship. She's the one that filed papers to sue Lifetime's parent company, A&E, excuse me, to prevent the airing of the documentary. And thank God the judge had the balls to say, "Net, we gonna see that documentary. Everybody's gonna see it because everybody wants to know what is going on with Wendy Williams. We want to peek behind the veil, and we got a front row seat, let me tell you. And for y'all that's out there talking about, I can't watch it, you need to watch it because it tells what is going on. Everybody's pointing the finger at the family. It ain't the family. It ain't the family. Okay? It's the judges. It's the attorneys. It's the guardianship. It's this team that they put in place around Wendy. They're like succubus. They're like leeches, just the money. And when Fargo talking about where's the money? Well, Fargo, take a look at the team that you got in place. That's where the money is being sucked out of. And shame on you. Shame on you. When Kev Jr. had the guardianship, when he was power of attorney and took his mom down to Florida, got her being a vegan, got her exercising every day, gave her, a schedule, a plan. There was people around her 24 hours, family members. She was never alone, never allowed to drink. None of that was happening. And these videos of Wendy was popping up, and Wendy was looking good, healthy, and fresh. And then y'all decided, no, we don't want the family to have access to the money. And so now you guys run into the judge, if you give us this ruling, we'll slip you a couple of bucks. My words, my thoughts, my words. But that's how it's looking. And it makes me wonder why you want to stop this documentary. You don't want the truth to be out there. Well, the truth is out there. We see it. You guys want to make a comparison? Let's make a comparison. Bruce Willis has the exact same form of dementia as Wendy, but you don't see him out here with no food in the refrigerator. You don't see him out here dehydrated. You don't see him shoved up and going to meetings and everything. They announced that he had this this form of dementia. They announced his retirement. The family gives us updates, and Bruce Willis looks good, okay, considering his state of mind. He got his ex-wife, Demi Moore, in his corner. They got the 3 girls. He got his new wife, the kids with the new wife. That whole family is a nucleus, and they surround themselves with Bruce Willis. He's in the middle, and they all around him protecting. Ain't nobody getting to Bruce Willis without going through that family, and that includes the family. When I mean family, I'm talking about Demi Moore too. They're all around him for the benefit of his health. Okay? But you don't see his bank trying to get conservatorship from the family. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. And I don't want to say it. But another difference between Bruce Willis and Wendy Williams, my opinion, my words. I wonder, because again, you don't see Bruce Willis going through this stuff. Anyway, that's what's going on in the world of Wendy Williams. Nobody, the family doesn't know. Regina, her friend, none of us, the fans, the Wendy watchers, we don't know where Wendy is at this point. The last time we saw her was on the documentary, and that's when the Guardianship stepped in and put her in a wellness facility. Where that place is, it could be Malibu, it could be here, it could be there, she could be somewhere in France. We don't know. The family don't know. Wanda did confirm that she did speak to her, and she sounds like the Wendy of old, which is encouraging. But I want to point something out to you guys. I want to be very clear. Wendy's career as we know it is done. It's done. There is no more TV show. There is no podcast. None of that will be happening because her dementia is progressing. And let me tell you something, for someone who dealt with dementia, my mother had dementia before she passed away, and it wasn't pretty to see someone that you love and see that light in their eyes dim. Constantly have to go behind them to make sure that what they're doing is not going to harm them or you in any way. And I'm gonna give you an example before I let y'all go. My mother used to love to cook, and she used to love to make her caramel cake, and she made it from scratch. And my sister and I, it was 6 of us, and my sister and I would have to sit in the kitchen and watch her. And she would get so agitated because it's like, I'm a grown woman, I know how to cook. And yeah, we know, but you forget that you have that caramel on the stove. You forget that you have that frying pan turned up way high and the smoke is going up to the point where the smoke alarm is going to go off. Okay? My mother we'd be sitting there talking. She would space out and then look at us like, who are you? Where's my daughters? When my brother came around, my older brother, Uncle Quinn, y'all know him as Uncle Quinn. She would do the same to him. She would be talking, they'll be talking about the Lakers and Dodgers and things like that. And then she would just space out and look around, and it's like she's gone. And then maybe 20 seconds later, she comes back and she's looking at you like, what are you talking about? What did you say? I don't know. What are we talking about? Who are you? It's not a pretty situation. And you do need 24-hour, around-the-clock care. A person with dementia needs to have someone there with them, because anything can happen. But enough of me ranting. Let's continue this conversation down in the conversation box, down in the comment section box. Let's call it a conversation box, because that's where we have our conversations in a comment. Let's continue it down in the conversation box down there below. Let me know what your thoughts. Have you dealt with dementia? Have you guys dealt with any of this type of situation? let me know. And as always, I am working on more stories to bring to you. So I'm going to get back at it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.